to zoning board, appointment of Ron Sellers to the planning board, appointment of deputy registrar of vital statistics, the abstract 499 for approval, minority and women-owned business enterprises policy, I have to review that. And you want to talk about it? The policy.
The MWBE?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's something that we need to have in order for us to receive grants, so you have to have that policy in place, just basically saying that you will allot a certain amount of every project that you do to be offered to minority and women-owned business enterprises. So, and that's required under state law.
Can we go back to some of the appointments? Mayor, were you not
Sure.
going to appoint an alternate for the zoning board?
Not yet, because I talked to Mr. Sellers, and he was fine with the zoning board, but then we had an open position for the planning board, a regular position for the planning board. And I asked him if he was willing, and he was very much willing to do so. So I prefer to put him on the planning board because it's a regular, it's a full-time, and not an alternate. It's a regular member. And we need to have all the regular members in place.
We received three persons of interest, so I was just wondering why.
Excuse me?
There was 3 letters of interest to
In the
the zoning
vacant- in the
board
vacant
for the
zoning.
vacancies, so I just didn't know why the 3rd letter of interest wasn't used for the alternate.
Because she switched it over to Ron Sellers being on the planning board.
But there were still 3 letters that were submitted for,
There was no letter submitted to me except from Mr. Sellers and Phyllis Jones.
okay.
Well, they accepted, it's up to you to approve it or not. And then we have the rental of top grinder from St. George Enterprises. I have to say that I called the state, and for some time, for about a week, we went back and forth. They were planning to give us a top grinder, and in the beginning, we were going to have it by Monday, and then by Tuesday, and then by Wednesday, and then finally we found out that the state doesn't own a top grinder. So they
They were
wanted
talking
to,
about a stump grinder.
and then they asked me if we want a stump grinder, which is not what we need.
Could they reimburse us for these
No,
costs?
they have no money at this point to reimburse anybody because apparently this kind of damage was not widespread enough.
So we would have had to declare, you would have to declare a state of emergency, or the county executive would have had to do that in order for the funding to be,
Yes, we can do
allocated.
that. Yes, we can do that. And then we'll see if we can get some money through that.
but I assume there's thresholds that we probably have to meet that were probably,
Correct. You see, Perry has indicated that he's keeping financial records. When these charges reach a certain level, then we can apply for FEMA money or through the state. That's my understanding of how this procedure
That's
works.
correct, that's correct. And FEMA is going to be a little too high threshold to get it, but maybe the state at some
We haven't
point.
finished grinding.
It hasn't started yet.
You know, as it builds up.
As it
You know, very
starts,
often, the
yes.
White House makes declarations, 6 months after an event, when all the accounting is done.
Or even more than that, yes, definitely, yes, of course.
so we shouldn't feel like we might not get anything, it's just, we have to wait until we add up all the
I have
costs.
great confidence in Perry Mitchell's bookkeeping.
There you go, Perry.
He's the man of the hour.
I just want to touch base real quick, Mayor, regarding Ron Sellers and the planning board.
Yes.
Just the appointment of Ron Sellers on the planning board. Who is not coming back, retired?
Mr. Sheldon?
Okay, and he expressed interest that he's not interested?
No,
in coming
he came, I asked him actually if he wanted to be reappointed, and he said no.
back? Thank you.
Okay, so top grinder, and that's going to be something. And then we have the approval for water connection on Christie Road in the town of Pomfret.
Town of Pomfret's already approved that, but it's up to the village to approve any commercial hookups to that North Town Water District. That's the new place out there in
The
Sheridan, the
north end.
dentist's office there.
We have a letter requesting that?
Yeah.
Yes.
there should be
Yes, we
one in
do.
there.
Yep, okay.
And I don't know if she gave you a copy of the town's approval? Did you get a copy of that, sir?
Yes, I think you have that,
Okay.
too.
There should be a town approval in there, sir. Just
Yep.
basically saying that they approved it on at their meeting on March 14th of 2018.
Yes.
Okay.
Right, so, yeah, okay. Please rise so we can have the meeting.
Okay.
To the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Yeah.
Okay, I call this meeting to order. The regular meeting of the Board of Trustees of the Village of Fredonia duly called and held on the 26th day of March 2018 at 7:36 in the Trustees Room, second floor, Village Hall, Fredonia, New York, and public notice of the time and place of this meeting has been given to the news media and conspicuously posted in one or more designated public locations in accordance with Section 104 of the Open Meetings Law.
Whereas members of this board present at this meeting have read the official minutes of the Board of Trustees special meeting of March 5th, 2018, the regular meeting of March 12th, 2018, and the special meeting of March 19th, 2018. Now therefore be it resolved that this board approves the minutes as entered into the official minutes, and be it further resolved that the reading of the minutes is disposed with.
I second that.
Trustee Barris.
Aye.
Trustee Linden.
Aye.
Trustee Bridge.
Yes.
Trustee Essek.
Yes.
A letter dated March 13, 2018 was received from me recommending the appointment of Phyllis Jones to the Fredonia Zoning Board of Appeals.
Be it resolved that Phyllis Jones, Lambert Avenue, Fredonia, is hereby appointed to the Fredonia Zoning Board of Appeals, which term shall expire January 2023.
I second the motion. I vote aye.
Trustee Linden.
Aye.
Trustee Bridge.
No.
Trustee Essek.
No.
And I have to break the tie, so I vote yes. A letter dated March 13, 2018 was received from me recommending the reappointment of Larry Barter to the Fredonia Zoning Board of Appeals.
I'm not in favor of this resolution, so can somebody else?
I'll make the motion.
Okay?
Be it resolved that Larry Barter, Pine Drive, Fredonia, is hereby reappointed to the Fredonia Zoning Board of Appeals, which term shall expire January 2022.
Who seconded?
I'll second it.
Trustee Barris.
I vote aye.
Trustee Linden.
Aye.
Trustee Bridge.
No.
Trustee Essek.
No.
I have to break the tie, so I vote yes. A letter dated March 13, 2018 was received from me recommending the appointment of Ron Sellers to the Fredonia Planning Board.
Be it resolved that Ron Sellers, Birchwood Drive, Fredonia, is hereby appointed to the Fredonia Planning Board, which term shall expire January 2022.
Who seconded?
I'll second it.
Okay, Trustee Barris.
Aye.
Trustee Linden.
Aye.
Trustee Bridge.
Yes.
Trustee Essek.
No.
A resignation letter was received from Tyson Guzino, resigning his position as part-time police officer effective March 26, 2018.
Be resolved. Would you like Be it resolved that the resignation of Tyson Gugino as a part-time police officer is hereby accepted effective March 26, 2018.
Second.
Trustee Barnes.
I vote aye.
Trustee Linden.
Aye.
Trustee Briggs.
Yes.
Trustee Essek.
Yes.
A resignation letter was received from Joseph Hallmark, resigning his position as part-time police officer effective March 27, 2018.
Be it resolved that the resignation of Joseph Hallmark as part-time police officer is hereby accepted effective March 27, 2018.
I'll second the motion.
Trustee Barnes.
Aye.
Trustee Linden.
Aye.
Trustee Briggs.
Yes.
Trustee Essek.
Yes.
Is the public person? Anybody has anything to say or address the board?
I just wanted to ask if you could clarify one thing. To my knowledge, Linda Malcolm had been on the zoning board, and did she not submit a letter that she wanted to continue?
She doesn't send me any letters, no. Anything else? The public portion is closed. Let's go to resolutions.
Be it resolved that John Weiss is hereby appointed Deputy Registrar of Vital Statistics for a term beginning March 26, 2018 and ending December 31st, 2020. And be it further resolved that the mayor is hereby authorized on behalf of the village to sign the notification of appointment.
I second the resolution. I vote aye.
Trustee Linden.
Aye.
Trustee Briggs.
Yes.
Trustee Essek.
Yes.
Be it resolved that the regular and overtime payrolls of the various village departments and bills approved by the Finance Committee and set forth in abstract number 499 is hereby approved and directed paid.
I'll second it.
Trustee Barnes.
I vote aye.
Trustee Linden.
Aye.
Trustee Briggs.
Yes.
Trustee Essek.
Yes. Whereas the Board of Trustees has reviewed the minority and women-owned business enterprises policy statement, a copy of which is attached to these minutes. Now therefore, be it resolved that this board adopts said policy statement as a policy for the Village of Fredonia, and be it further resolved, a copy of said policy statement be distributed to the department heads of the Village of Fredonia for posting and for informing the village employees of said policy, and the Board of Trustees expect compliance therewith.
I second the resolution. I vote aye.
Trustee Linden.
Aye.
Trustee Briggs.
Yes.
Trustee Essek.
Yes.
Whereas due to the large number of trees and branches down from the recent snowstorm, the street department is in need of a tub grinder to assist in the removal and disposal of such trees and branches. Now, therefore, be it resolved that the rental of a tub grinder from S. St. George Enterprises at the cost of $525 per hour to be billed only for actual hours used is hereby approved. And be it further resolved that the portion of the, I got stumbled here. Appropriated, and thank you, contingency account to be used to pay for said costs associated with this project.
I second.
Trustee
I
Barnes.
vote aye.
Trustee Linden.
Aye.
Trustee Briggs.
Yes.
Trustee Essek.
Yes.
Whereas the Village of Fredonia entered into an agreement with the town of Pomfret to supply water to the Pomfret North End Water District, Water District Number 7, which district is described as Phase 1 of the Pomfret North End Water District, and whereas the contract sets forth that all water customers in the district will be considered customers of the town of Pomfret, and the town shall pay the village for their use of village water, and whereas the contract also set forth in Section 12A that all commercial and/or business connections to this district after the date of the original agreement, which was July 27th, 2012, requires the prior written permission of the Board of Trustees of the Village of Fredonia, and whereas commercial customers within Section 2A and 2B as set out in the agreement will pay 3 times the village rate for each 1,000 gallons of water at the highest village rate for residential customers as measured by the water meter for such customer, plus the flat rate charge per meter, presently $25 per meter with no volume discount given by the village. And whereas the town of Pomfret Board has received and approved by resolution on March 14th, 2018, an application from JAS Developers, Limited Liability Corporation for water service at 10432 Christie Road, Fredonia, New York, section block and lot number 114.00-3-17.2, pending the Village of Fredonia Board of Trustees' final approval. Now, therefore, be it resolved, the Village of Fredonia Board of Trustees hereby approves the request for commercial water service to 10432 Christie Road, Fredonia, New York, subject to the terms and conditions of the agreement between the village and town dated July 27th, 2012, for the town of Pomfret North End Water District.
I second that.
Trustee
I
Burns.
vote aye.
Trustee Linden.
Aye.
Trustee Bridge.
Yes.
Trustee Essek.
Yes.
Before we go, I'd like to mention something. Paul Zucchino, right? Okay. I am very happy to announce that as of 1 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, March the 20th, 2018, Paul's Rocket Stoves, based in Fredonia, New York, is a trademark officially registered with the United States Patent and Trademark Office. Congratulations. We're very proud of you and best wishes for your business.
Very good job.
Mayor, I have one new business before we adjourn. A resident approached me the other day, Mark Bruckman, a former trustee. He was pretty disgusted with the criminal mischief that was happening around town with the spray paint. He would like to offer an award, a reward of, he'd like to start it off at $500 towards the apprehension and conviction of anybody who was involved in that. So I don't know how to go through that process, but Mark would like to start that process and going here, of the $500 reward for the conviction of any of those persons. So I
Very
don't know
good.
how, if
I don't know how we
you
set
or
it up.
Rick could figure me out through that process, I'd appreciate it, but, so,
And also had an offer from Sarah Williams. They given us a can of a remover, so for free. So we thank them as well for this offer.
if there is no further business, I make a motion to adjourn.
I second.
Trustee Barris.
Aye.
Trustee Linden.
Aye.
Trustee Bridge.
Yes.
Trustee Essek.
Yes.
Thank you very much for coming.